Hello guys, welcome to your fourth tutorial on how to create a website from scratch. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you something very simple and something very crucial and something which will be with us till the end of our tutorial series. And in the previous tutorial, I showed you what sitemaps were and how important they were in constructing a website. After you have your building plan, what you need to get is a constructor who will take care of building the house for you. And in this case, our constructor is called a text editor. Okay, so this guy is going to help us write our code from start to end. So a text editor is just any software, like any software on your computer, but then it's very special because it helps you write other softwares. It is a software which helps you write websites, write programs, write any kind of programming code you want to do. You need a text editor. Okay, so now I've explained to you what a text editor is, and it will be the constructor for it. So it will help us build our foundation, build our complete house, design our house, everything. It will take care of it for us. Now we need to find a text editor for this project. So the text editor that I decided to use for this tutorial series is called Brackets. And we can find it at brackets.io. So let's go to brackets.io. Brackets.io. So when you come to brackets.io, you'll see this button here that download brackets. Just click on download bracket. And the reasons why I chose bracket is one, brackets is free. Almost all other text editors are paid for. You get a trial version, but then eventually they'll ask you to pay something. Brackets doesn't show you any ads, it's completely free. And also the second reason is it is made specially for web design, a modern open source text editor that understands web design. So when you read why brackets is very useful in our case, you know that yes, if we're going to build this fantastic mind-blowing website, we need brackets or we need notepad++, but then we don't have notepad++ for Mac. That's why I went with brackets. Okay, so I've downloaded brackets, but then when you click on download, you see the download happening automatically on the button there. Let me cancel it because I downloaded it. You find brackets. If you downloaded it on Windows, you just go to downloads folder and you find it. If you download it on the Mac, you see brackets here. You install your brackets, and just like how all other softwares are, you install it. After installation, open brackets. So let's open brackets. And when you open brackets, this is the first thing you see. You might see another blue pop-up on the right. Just close it and you'll see this first thing. Don't be overwhelmed by whatever you see. Just click on, press on Command N if you're using a MacBook. Or if you're using Windows, press on Control N to open a new page. Or you can just go to File and click on New. It's all the same thing. So just type hello world. So that is it. We are done with the first step, the second step. And now our third step is to write our first code. And we just wrote hello world. And now we have to save our file in the domain. So we've created a new file and it's untitled. So we have to save our file. And where should we save our file? In our domain. So in the second tutorial, I taught you how to add a domain in AMPS. And if you're confused, you can go to the second video and see how to add a domain. So we are going to add our first file in our domain. And our first file is called index.php. Index means that the first page of a website. So when you go to any website at all on the internet, index refers to the first page. Okay, so if you type google.com, what you see first is the index of the website. It could be index.html, but then I'm using index.php. I'll explain why in the next video. And just search for your domain. So if you're using a Mac, you go to applications and you go to AMPS and you go to www, then you go to your domain, then you click on save. If you're using Windows, you go to the C drive, you go to program files, 86-bit, you go to AMPS and you go to www, then you go to invent school test or whatever domain you made, then you click on save. So it already exists. Replace. I already created one before this. So now, what is the last thing we're supposed to do? Test to see if it's working. Before we test, let's actually check if our file is saved in our domain. So how do you check to see if your file is saved in your domain? Just come to your browser. Okay, then type in localhost So if you type in localhost, this is what you see. But then not every you won't see this for every OS. I think that for Windows you might see the AMPS, page if you type in localhost. So if you get that page, you can just type in your domain following a slash. So you bring the slash, then you type your domain inventschooltest.dev. Or you can, if you get this page, you can just click on this thing. So when you click on this and your hello world just pops up, that means that your file is in your domain. Another way to check for the files in the domain is to open your file manager, or you can also go to computer, C drive, program files, ARMS, follow the same way if you're using the Windows. Then you go to ARMS, go to your www, then you go to your invent school, then you see a file here, index.php, and you can even see the directory at the top of brackets /application/arms. So the top of brackets also show you where the index file is. So one thing you should notice is that we didn't actually type index.php. Okay, we are running this on our server because this is our server and it's on. So once we run this, you don't even need to type index.php. The server will automatically search for index because that is the first page of every website. That's what I told you. It's index. It's called index, the first page of every website. So we are moving on with this and we are progressing very fast. And we're going to move very quick and we will finish this stunning website in a very short time. I'm going to show you how everything can be done even in just a day. I mean, websites don't have to be complicated. So yeah, that is what I want to show you for this tutorial. So in the next tutorial, we're going to actually start coding. I'm going to explain some of the things we are going to do and some of the things we won't do so that we move very fast and finish our MVP for this website. MVP just stands for minimum viable product. I mean, something that to show that yes, it is working. I'm actually progressing, not just that I'm designing something which doesn't work. Okay, so if you don't get to this point, or you get stuck at installing brackets or downloading brackets or finding your domain, or even localhost isn't working or AMPPS server isn't on or something, just comment and I'll reply to you with the right thing. So till the next video, bye.